get this question a lot of times. Hey Names, what is your favorite car? And like all the times, my answer remains the same. My favorite car is a car that's reliable. I don't care about brand, year of make, as long as it's reliable, meaning it brings me from A to B without any problems, doesn't need maintaining or service every second of the day. That is my favorite car, a reliable car, and that's what you should have. Unless you have money to blow on maintenances and painkillers at your local drugstore for the headaches that some of these cars bring along, then go ahead and buy that problem for yourself. Otherwise, don't buy these 5 cars unless you want to go bankrupt. Before we begin, let's get some facts right. Cars, like everything else that is in regular use, over time wear and tear due to daily usage, and that's just the nature of things. It is inevitable. With that in mind, all cars will require a service as per manufacturer specifications. That is regardless how durable and reliable that car is. A time will come where a service is required in order to maintain performance and usability experience, and if left long or without service in the required frequency, it really won't matter if the car is durable. It will fail, and so your car will be rendered useless. But if maintained and well looked after, your car might last you a good 1,000 kilometers before giving up. With that said, some car brands or makes do not make durable vehicles compared to other manufacturers. Poor engineering and cheap designs result into vehicles that are less desirable and wouldn't be a go-to option for other motorists like myself, even if the price was attractive. So here are 5 cars that are money pits and must be avoided should you wish to save money and have less headaches. Number 5 on this list is the Dach Sandero. A common fault with the electrics is a usual problem, and some users have complained that sometimes the car stalls after cold starts. That follows with the complete loss of power. After a few minutes, then everything goes back to normal, and then the problem occurs again every time the engine is powered off. This problem stems from a fault in the engine management system. Also, a few people have complained about having problems with the catalytic converter. Some Dachas have also been recalled by manufacturers due to a fault in the bonnet cable and lock. Several reports have been made that bonnet pops up involuntarily while driving, which is a high risk and could cause major accidents that could result into loss of life and a lot of money. At number 4, we have the Vauxhall Insignia. This car is a car that comes with many troubles and must be avoided if possible. These cars sell cheap second-hand online. Some prices fall up to €900, a 2010 to 2013 range, which is absolutely ridiculous for the year, but the insane prices reflect the car's unreliability. Most known problems is the dual mass flywheel, causing noise in the gearbox, jittering, and hesitant power delivery during driving will be noticed. Replacing the dual mass flywheel is a tough job and will cost a lot of money to do so. The car also tends to have power steering problems. Users complain that sometimes the car tends to turn off the power steering system, therefore leaving the driver with a stiff wheel, which is unpleasurable when driving. Also, a leak in the power steering system is another culprit. This car also tends to fail initiating the DPF regeneration at required frequencies, resulting into heavy smoke from the exhaust pipe due to the diesel particulate filter being clogged. The list of problems that come from this car is a lot more that, if I have to mention them all, could make a topic on its own. Moving on to number 3, we have the Ford Mondeo 2-liter diesel from 2007 to 2012. I had this car myself and it's a problem, especially if you get a second hand with around 150 to 160,000 kilometers on the clock. The turbo is a common problem. They tend to fail early and it's a difficult job to replace a turbo on these models. Most mechanics will end up advising you to scrap the car, as repairs might cost more money, which is not worth it in the long run. Another problem is the EGR valve clogging. This results into heavy smoke and loss of power. Other users have complained about the dual mass flywheel making noise in the gearbox area, which is also a big job to repair and will cost a lot of money. At number 2 is the Peugeot 308 diesel. Main problems are similar to that of the Ford Mondeo. Customers going back to the dealers within 12 months of purchase due to the faults with the ECU. As a result, car fails to start randomly without warning signs. Another issue is overheating. Users complain that these cars tend to overheat even during short journeys. The list of problems that comes from this French product is a lot, and that includes oil warning light coming on after changing the oil, braking power reduced, fan constantly running even when the engine is powered off. Experts say this problem stems from the coolant levels being low, a crack in the DPF filter resulting into a lot of smoke from the exhaust. The list of problems with these cars are endless, making these cars cheap and easy to finance, and it is also less desirable. At number 1, we have the BMW 5 Series, the M5. Yes, the German-made car is becoming problematic and less desirable with time. Over the years, BMW have made impressive driving machines, and their reputation and accolades are unquestionable. They have a lot of following in many countries, from all ages, from youth to the old-timers, rappers, thugs, pimps and thieves, the police, strippers, or hustlers. At some point in their lives, all have had driven a BMW, but unfortunately, the new stuff that is coming out of their factories is not as desirable as their previous model counterparts. In my opinion, BMW stopped making good cars from around 2005 going upwards and on. And here is a list of common problems with these BMWs. Oil sensor problems, high oil consumption, a fault with electronics that tend to set the cars on fire, clutch left cylinder breakdown, airbag light tends to turn on, road bearings tend to wear easily, and if not looked after, your car will be scrapped in a short time than you expected. And all maintenances on BMWs are very expensive. Most mechanics charge a lot of fees for simple operations on your BMW. With that said, these problems may sound simple, but on a BMW, they are costly and will trigger many other faults, making this expensive machine number one on this list of cars not to buy unless you want to go broke. If this list is biased and you have different views on this topic, feel free to express your views in the comment box down below. And also don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more car stuff. Thanks for watching and goodbye.